I feel like Truth or Poll is even more beneficial for the older viewers of Arthur rather than the younger target audience. This is the second segment of the fourth episode of the 22nd season of Arthur, and in this one, Binky takes a maths test and he finds that it's far too hard. So he decides to do a poll to see how many other kids find it hard as well. But to begin with, he doesn't ask the right people, and then he starts to ask the wrong questions. And the brain tells him that it's important to ask very specific questions rather than twisting the question to manipulate the answer. For example, I will give an example of what Binky does. Not really a spoiler. And he says, "Do you think the test could be easier?" But yeah, pretty much any test could be easier. It doesn't mean it was too hard. And then he starts to take more polls, and then the brain counteracts this with taking polls of his own. And they keep using questions that will warp the results to fit their own agendas. And they have to learn that this is just not acceptable. The brain obviously does it to get back at Binky. He knows how to do a poll, as we see when he's trying to teach Binky what a poll is and how it works. And I think obviously it's great for children to start thinking about polls and the value of getting other people's opinions before decisions are made, and, working with, the majority, particularly when you live in a democratic country. It's really important, even though we all know that doesn't always work out right. But nevertheless, it's a great way to get the majority's opinion or to see what people actually think. But there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way, and the wrong way is manipulating the questions so that the answers fit your agenda. And as I said, I feel like this is even more important for older viewers who may actually be taking polls that might be quite important, that might actually influence something. For example, if a company is doing a survey and they're trying to get responses from customers, their responses may actually significantly affect the direction the company takes. And if you're in that position and you're putting that poll out, wording is paramount. And there are many other times in life when that's really important as well. So actually, it's one of the few episodes of Arthur's that, while it's great for younger children and can get them thinking about polls, it's so beneficial for older viewers as well. And I really like that. I think it worked very well. Some of the polls they do are ludicrous, but good fun. I think the episode increased at a rapid rate and become more and more ridiculous as it went on, but in a way that was quite entertaining. Also, there's a new flavour of ice cream. I won't say what the flavour is, but I would love to try it. It sounds amazing. So it's not all bad. But yeah, it's very obvious that Binky, maybe not necessarily always intentionally, but certainly sometimes, is wording the questions in order to manipulate the answers for his own goal, which, to be honest, I think we see not that much actually. I don't see that in polls that often, but it does happen. So, Truth or Poll actually is a really important episode with some really decent education about how to do a poll properly, and I think it would be a pretty great episode for both the younger target audience and older viewers as well. Definitely one I enjoyed.